Welcome to Tillamook Bay Community College. Today you are here to take the E-Compass Placement Test. This is a test that we use to help place you in appropriate level, college level classes. It is important that you do your very best on this test, as doing your best will save you time and money. The test generally takes about 2 hours to complete. You might want to talk to your testing proctor today about going to a review site to practice different parts of this test. There are 3 parts to this test: reading, writing, and math. The test generally takes about 2 hours to complete, and it is untimed. On the writing test, you will have a section that you will read and edit. What is important is to understand these instructions, and you will go through a tutorial prior to taking this test. On the writing test, you will click on the first word in the first sentence, and it will turn a portion of that sentence yellow. When it does that, that is the piece that you are editing. The answers will appear on the right-hand side of the screen. The first answer, letter A, means leave that sentence alone as it is written. So if you wish to make no changes, choose letter A. If you want to change it, you will choose B, C, or D. And what happens when you do that is it changes it live in the essay. Watch where the yellow stops, as your next question is the next word that's not yellow. Click on that. Another piece of that essay will turn yellow. New questions will come up. Letter A, leave it alone. B, C, or D will change it live in the essay. When you have finished clicking on every portion of every part of that essay, you will go back and proof that essay. Watch for your tenses. If you start in present tense, end in present tense. When you are proofing it, if you think, I want to make a change, go back, click on that part of the essay, questions will come back up and you can edit it. Once you hit submit, you cannot edit that essay, so read it carefully and proof it before you hit submit. On the reading part of the placement test, it will give you a story to read and then questions. It's important that you read through all of the questions before you make your choice, because this is a critical reading test. Therefore, there might be 2 good answers, but one will be better than the other. On the math test, you are allowed to bring your own calculator and scratch paper will be provided. When you are doing the math test, you will look at the problem and answer it to the best of your knowledge. There are answers that come up. If you want to review the math, I would advise that. Many students forget how to do their fractions and their decimals and their basic math, even though they may already know how to do algebra. But because they've forgotten those foundational skills, they can't move to the harder problems. What happens on the math test is as you go through and answer the problems, when you start missing it, it will stop and you're done with the math test. So if you go through and keep answering them, the questions will get harder. If you don't know an answer on the math test, you will need to guess and hope that you guess incorrectly so that it keeps you at the same level. When you are done taking the placement test, 2 copies of your scores will print. Bring a copy into the Tillamook Bay Community College Student Services office so that we can get that in our computer, and then keep a copy for your records. I would advise that you sit down with an advisor and go through your scores so that you understand the appropriate placement and what classes you have ended up in. Talk to an advisor and get help on choosing the right classes for you at the college. We welcome you to Tillamook Bay Community College and look forward to helping you attain your educational goals.